Hi guys, Marceline Abity, the YouTube Protector here, and this is my first part of why I hate Nostalgiatards. Let me bring an invitation. I am sick and tired of Nostalgiatards whining about the childhood all the time, every time when I see an old video or something. Shut up! Well, the first part is going to be Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network is going downhill. And you know what? It's not actually Cartoon Network's fault for going downhill. It's the Nostalgiatards' fault. They wanted it back into the city era. Exactly at the city era. So they can throw off all the new shows and put in the good 90s precious gold into Cartoon Network. I basically hate Cow and Chicken because it's not as good as I remember them as a kid. The reason why that I hate Cow and Chicken now is because I'm a teenager. My brain has weakened and now I can give out opinions. And guess what? I dare you to go onto YouTube, type up Cow and Chicken episode 1 and watch the episode, come back to my channel and write your opinions on Cow and Chicken and how much you hate it. If you like it, well, stay heck away from my channel because I don't care about your nostalgia crap. Because who gives a fuck about your precious childhood? Especially when it comes to Cartoon Network. And now they're whining about Adventure Time being bad and regular show is the same and Gumball was like terrible and they wanted all those new shows cancelled. Well, guess what? Who gives a flip about you stupid complaining about Adventure Time regular show and Gumball and the rest of the new shows? Like Steven Universe and Uncle Grandpa and Clarence. People saying that Clarence was a good show, according to the pilot. I better need to watch it on Cartoon Network because I can presume it's cool because other people say it's good. But Nostalgiatards are just as bad. I will just presume the new shows on Cartoon Network to be good. Except for Johnny Test and the new Ben 10 spin-off. Because they were terrible. I like the original Ben 10, but until when Ben 10 turns into a teenager, that's when things go bad for me. Too many spin-offs for Ben 10. And Johnny Test, I basically like the original on Kids WB until it went cruddy. I mean, every time when I go home after school, I just feel like I don't want to watch Cartoon Network after school. I can just whinge. And guess what? Not everything from the 90s is the best. Especially from Cartoon Network. I simply don't like the checkerboard era. And they just don't like the new logo from the city era. I mean, what is wrong with the new logo? The logo is actually beautiful in my opinion. I mean, look at it. It's got a feel. And now they're complaining about the stupid Chicken era. I personally don't like the Chicken era. But there is that I just hate. But now they're going through a new era. And people don't realize they actually had a reboot. They just think it's just a bunch of new promos and bumpers. I mean, what's wrong with new promos and bumpers? There's nothing bloody wrong with new bumpers and promos, right? And you did not really realize the difference between the Chicken era and the era we're growing up now? The Chicken era, it actually moved to the Nyland era, what I like to call it, because that is just a fan-made name, just like people use My Little Pony Friendship is Magic's Derpy Hooves. they gave her a name because they absolutely loved her. Dopey is still alive, by the way. When my soccer mom rant came in, and soccer mom's also on Cartoon Network, due to the fact of cancellation of Dexter's Laboratory and the Powerpuff Girls. Well, Cartoon Network had to throw off some of their old Cartoon Network shows so they can make room for new stuff. You know, as kids, when we were children need their meat as well, not Nostalgiatards meat. Because Cartoon Network doesn't need to feed you cow and chicken all the time. Because that's basically crap. And I hated Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Don't go on YouTube complaining, "You should like Hanna-Barbera!" Because Hanna-Barbera is so stupid. I mean, Scooby-Doo, that should die. I mean, let the dog die, because I am sick and tired of seeing that dog everywhere I go. And same goes to the Flintstones and the Jetsons, because those shows are boring as. I mean, the only show I like from Hanna-Barbera, well, two shows, is Dexter's Laboratory and Johnny Bravo. That's it. And the Huckleberry Hound, I can't give much opinion, because I only seen it like twice or 3 times in my life when I was a kid. Top Cat! Fucking Top Cat! Top Cat was horrible! I mean, I have seen far better shows from the 80s. I have seen far better shows. Now Cartoon Network, the true downfall of Cartoon Network is the live action shows. The only live action shows that I like on Cartoon Network is Trick TV. That's it. And I could have liked Brain Rush as well. And Tower Prep should be interesting. Level Up was horrid. And the other show that has Ghost in it, I could have loved that show as well. But anyway, they shouldn't belong on Cartoon Network because they're live action shows. But they have some form of cartoons on there, like Out of Jimmy's Head. I only seen the beginning of Out of Jimmy's Head, and they had cartoon characters. And the rest were just live action. And the only live action show they actually had on Cartoon Network as reruns is that Annoying Orange. And now they have Johnny Test as reruns. And I was so upset. Okay, I loved Chowder as a kid. I was 12 years old when I discovered Chowder. Yes, my maturity came in at the age of 12. And Chowder was awesome. Same goes to Flapjack. I personally don't like Flapjack in my opinion, but I only go there for the humor. No, wait. My mistake. I like Flapjack. Don't say it. I just love Chowder. But I'm okay with Flapjack. That was just a mistake. I haven't got a script. I never work with a script. Well, anyway, this is a little bit out of hand when nostalgia goes wild, especially around Cartoon Network. They just think that the old Cartoon Network is better than the new Cartoon Network. In my opinion, the new Cartoon Network is better than the old Cartoon Network. Why? Because they had better shows than Cow and Chicken back in its day. Adventure Time attracted a fan base, and so did Regular Show. And the Amazing World of Gumball reminds me of my childhood. And guess what? Who gives a fuck about that stupid nostalgia? Cartoon nostalgia is usually found around Cartoon Network rants. But let me tell you, my part 2 is going to be worse. Why I hate Nostalgiatards. My part 2 you really need to subscribe to me so you can join in with my part 2. My part 2 is going to be a rant that is on a kids channel that occasionally was ruined by Nostalgiatards. Thanks again, and bye for now, and happy Halloween, everybody! That's why I'm wearing a Pikachu suit. Bye! I'm going trick-or-treating now. Bye!